Hi everybody, it's Trail Talk with Mukund and Mahan Rajkar. So, anger, can it make you beautiful? What a weird thing to say. Oh my God. So, yeah, if you do it right in the moment. And that's not to say I'm blaming you or whatever, but I'm being honest, that made me uncomfortable, or I don't feel seen, or please don't do that. We get a feeling, sometimes it's uncomfortability, sometimes it's downright angry. You know, when I think about Mukunda, she expresses her anger right away, right? Like, she hates it when a dog just like comes right up to her and rushes her in the face. And so what does she do? She goes, la, 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 you know, and she looks like freaking Ren 1010. There's no blood, there's no nothing, but she speaks her anger and they back off, right? And they kind of like, all right, so could I like at least sniff your butt, you know, or whatever. She works it out right then. Humans, it's hard for us to be right there in the moment. And I think when we look at this play on the world screen with men and women, you know, when we're waiting a decade, 20 years to say what happened, we have suffered a decade and 20 years, you know? And I know about this because I had, obviously I had my own experiences, but the biggest one was when all through my childhood with someone, and having come out with it when I was really young, like 22. Now, the interesting thing was, what we're afraid of is being wrong for being angry or being uncomfortable or saying no, you know? And what's worse, and I think it's changing, is it's usually the women who turn on you. So it's like the one that was accused in my situation, he actually admitted it, totally changed his behavior. But it was my mom. It was other women that was like, I need that not to be true. And so they are the ones that kind of caused me the most discomfort. So back to anger. Anger, if it's expressed in a timely manner, your liver secretes toxins and your hormonal system actually gives you a boost of adrenaline. If it is used right in the moment, it is useful. It'll make your skin better. It'll make your mind clearer. But often what we do is we don't express it, right? And then we go home and we like talk to our husband, or we call our girlfriends, and then we express the anger to everybody but the person, or the discomfort or the confusion, right? We don't say it in the moment to the person. So this is why I'm so in love with Kundalini Yoga. Just looking at this trail. The yoga of awareness. The yoga of awareness. What it does over time is I feel like it makes me more solid and clear. And I know what I feel when I feel it. And it gives me the energy and elevation to be able to say it in as respectful as a way I can, but take care of myself right then and there. Nope, I don't like it. Recently, like I think a month and a half ago, I was in this whole business deal with this man, and he's totally taken advantage of me. He's a bully. But I stood my ground. And he's like, well, you know, can you sign this? Will you do it? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. Well, could you think about it? Maybe you should sleep on it. I don't need to sleep on it. No, I have way more value than that. No, I don't think I have ever done that. So I'm 52 years old, and I have never in the moment. Now, I might have in the past texted him or you know, wrote him an email. The answer is no, but I said it in the moment when I knew it was no. And if you're anything like me, you know what a big fucking deal that is. And I feel liberated. And to me, that's a big part of this Venus retrograde in Scorpio. It's like, it's liberation. It's uncomfortable, but it's like, it's going to give us the keys to the kingdom. It's going to, you know, what it's doing for me is like, okay, Marcia, you know, you do this sadhana and you teach this yoga. I think the thing with Kundalini is I'm so overwhelmingly aware of how I feel and what my answer is. I have to say it. Isn't that cool? where we remember, right, when we were younger, a lot of times when you're really traumatized, you don't know. It's not like you're like, I don't want to say it. If you've been traumatized a lot, you're so shut down, all you may feel is like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't know, blah, blah, but you don't actually know, right? Now, with this technology, I feel like I know. And I take care of it right then and there, you know? So we have an opportunity right now. Today, I'm going to do this amazing workshop. It's amazing. And it's going to be at 1 o'clock at the Great Divine Flow. We're going to work with this energy that's on the planet. It's amped up right now by Venus retrograde in Scorpio, but it's been building for, the last year and a half through those eclipses. It's about being true to you, authentic, and loving you, and knowing that that is actually the key to humanity's healing and love. But it's, it's Scorpio, so it's, it's treacherous, and it's making us look at things we don't want to. But if we look, and if we heal, and if we try, fucking hey, man, I feel like I'm unstoppable. And, this Venus things too is like, you gotta be all the way in. Like, you can't hang on a little bit and, have something else, right? I remember when I was young, I would always do that. I was such a scammer with men. It was be like, oh yeah, I'm your girlfriend, but I'd have some guy on the side. I know that's horrible, but it wasn't because I was a horrible person. It was because I was insecure. It was because I always wanted just in case you don't work out. So Tony was that time in my life where, are you going to stop this bullshit? So what that is, did I understand that real happiness and real love required me to be all the way in and yes, risk something. Will you fucking risk something? I can risk it because I've got enough God and Goddess and love in my heart, in my life. Real happiness that comes from loving being alive. Loving this life, loving this earth. Of course I love a bubble bath and I love a good meal and I love when things go my way. But when we do this practice, the key is to have access to happiness that is beyond anything outside of me. And that takes energy, that takes prana, that takes a practice. And here's the thing. When I have to have that conversation and say, no, I'm not going to sign the da-da, I can hang up the phone and you know what I mean? Like not talk about it all fucking day. Like hang it up, tell Tony, hey, I did this, blah, 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 and I'm done. And I'm back into my center. And I pray for that person who wants to devalue women and lie. And I hope he is happy and he figures his shit out. But I don't have to be with it. And now I'm free again. Woo! I'm off because I was clear. So today I'm wishing you all beautiful clarity, instant anger when you're uncomfortable, so that you take good care of yourself and you honor it. Be like Mukunda. If you need to go, rah, do it. And it's we're not blaming, but we're saying, nope, that's not okay. Not going to have it. Let's move on. We have two arc lines, ladies. We have 40% more power than men. We can destroy the world or we can mold it. We are molders. They say you can't change a man. No, you can't. But you can mold him. You can't mold him into what you want, but you can mold him into the highest version of who he is when you are a woman of God and a woman of grace. And that's your job. Your job is to do that with your sisters. That's your job to do with your children. And that's the job that you should be doing with your job. That's our job, to mold everything into the highest because we are in our highest state of grace. I love you. I hope to see you guys. I'm hoping I'll get there early and at least set up the camera for the opening talk. Go live on the Great Divine Flow. We'll see. I think I can do that. Someday I'm going to have a lot of help and I'm going to be able to give you lots of shit. But I don't have it yet. Anyways, I love you. Have the best fall day. God, I love the fall. This is my favorite time of year. Thank you for joining me on the trail. Sat Nam.